Slam is Eisbach.
So we're here with the winner of the Best Startup Pitch at Bio Europe 2019 with Eisbach. So congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
And could you tell us, how does it feel?
I was under quite a bit of pressure because we have done fairly well recently at some other much smaller events, and essentially my co-founder put some pressure on me and said, you know, I can only lose today, but we are delighted to obviously make it here in this amazing setting where we had a great opportunity to reach out, to show our data, and to get some traction on our original company.
And could you just give us, I know you just gave a pitch of 3 minutes, but
yes.
Could you give us a pitch of 10 seconds maybe of your company?
We're able to target nuclear enzymes, things that essentially reorganize the genome, that are absolutely important to reorganize the genome, that are absolutely essential when you lack specific genes that you typically find in many of the tumors that we cannot treat. So BRCA, PTEN deletions, these are tumors that many of us have in ovarian field, breast cancer field, prostate cancer. At the moment, the standard of care either doesn't exist or is pretty bad, and we have now identified the vulnerabilities in these tumors, and we can target them with a very original approach.
Mm-hmm. Great. And so overall, what's been your experience here at Bio Europe? Do you envision any partnering anytime soon?
Obviously, I hope so. I think we have had fantastic interactions, particularly again with many of the pharma companies that we had met last year. Last year at that stage, we really had just had a vision of what we wanted to do, what Adrian and I as two founders wanted to do for the company. In the meantime, we know that what we set out to do is really working. So it was really awesome to get back to them and report on our findings and essentially show that, you know, our baby is really working out. And obviously that's going to lead to the next stage of our company, the next stage of funding, the next stage of building a company. So all in all, it's been an absolutely fantastic opportunity to be here.
So when can we expect you to visit in Sweden?
In Sweden, well, privately, my wife is half Swedish. I'll certainly be very happy to be there very soon, probably next summer. We already booked a place in Småland. And as far as for the company, as soon as possible. Sure.
Great. Well, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah.
So the audience choice goes to Asgard Therapeutics.
So we're here with Christiana Pires, CEO and co-founder of Asgard Therapeutics. First of all, could you tell us a little bit about the company and how does it feel to have won the audience's appreciation here at this SLAM event here?
Hi, thank you so much for the interview. So the company is a spin-off from Lund University in Sweden, and it's really recent, so it just started in December last year. So we are really taking the baby steps of the company right now. And it was a really good opportunity for us to be selected. So it was more than 60 companies that have applied to be here, and only 10 were selected. So we are really happy with that opportunity. And I think it's really important because if you're trying to develop immuno-oncology treatment like we are in such a competitive landscape, if you come here to Bio Europe, it's a bit hard to get introductions and really be seen. And so the opportunity to be here on the stand was great for us because at least on this moment there was a lot of pharma companies and potential partners and investors that got to know about us. So that was great.
Thank you. And I know you already gave a 3-minute pitch about your company, but
I can give another.
Just a very short one about your product, maybe.
Okay, so what we are developing is a cancer immunotherapy, but it's based on a completely different concept. So it's based on cell reprogramming, which means that we can change the identity of a cell. And in our case, it's a viral gene therapy that we intend to introduce intratumorally into the solid tumors. And what happens when we do this is that it reprograms the cancer cells so that they become immunogenic cells and they stimulate the immune system to attack. And that's why we call it Trojan DC, because it's kind of inspired on the Trojan horse.
Would you say that it's almost like a vaccine of sorts?
It's not a vaccine because currently we are testing it as a therapy. So we are doing it when the tumors are already established, but then the way it works kind of mimics a vaccine because it goes through stimulation of the immune system and then the immune system attacks the cancer. Yeah.
Perfect, thanks so much.
Troy. This city is called Asgard, and that's why we call ourselves Asgard Therapeutics. Thank you very much.